So guys, in this situation, I'm making a key for a customer. Customer thought his key fob went bad and brought me his CAS module and was like, hey, can you make me a new key fob? I was like, no problem. Now, normally my 2 can make a key through the ODBC port, but I had a problem one day where I was trying to make a key for the customer, and the 2 stated that it couldn't make the key, and it actually corrupted the CAS module. And I was very frustrated because once the CAS module is corrupted, the car won't start. So it left me in a situation where here I have a customer's car, it's in my possession. I told the customer I would make the key for the car. I corrupted the CAS module, and it left me in a position where I had to rebuild the configuration, which it wasn't so bad. What I did, guys, was I went ahead, went to the junkyard. I was able to find a CAS module, and then I was able to rebuild it with the 2. Thankfully, the 2 allows you to, as long as you have the security code and the VIN number, you can rebuild the CAS module and create a new key. So that what I was able to do. But in this situation, customer thought his key fob was bad, so I just went ahead and generated the CAS module. As you can see, what you do is you solder to a few connectors, and then once that solder is in place, what you're actually doing is you're reading the key data, guys, and then with the key data, you're actually using that key data to generate a new key or more keys. And in the process, you can also disable some of the old keys that the customer no longer has in possession. And then once that's done, guys, you're just reading that new file back to the CAS module. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, guys, if you have a R55, 56 through 61 model, and if you need a key made, it's no problem. If you're out of state and if you can get to the CAS module, I would need is your CAS module, and if you're looking for a new key, if you could send me the original key and new key, and also the registration. So that's kind of hard because if you just send me the CAS module, yeah, guys, if you could send me the registration and a copy of your driver's license, then yeah, I should be able to make a key for you. But if you're in the Tampa Bay area or close to the Tampa Bay area, and if you need a new key for your Mini Cooper, your R series, hey, I have no problem making you a key. I'm just going to need your license and registration because I just want to make sure I'm making the key for the owner of the car. But anyways, for any of your let me say for the majority of your Mini Cooper service needs, Mini Cooper Service Centers serving the Tampa Bay area. And I'll just let this video play out in case you want to watch. I'm not sure. There's not much going on. I'm just recording, but I'll let this video play out. That someone's been already in there. So someone has already been in here, meaning that they soldered to these connections. So I don't know the state of these 2 modules. So I can't guarantee the customer's car is going to start or not. I'm just doing what he told me to do. Now, if his car still doesn't start, then I'm going to tell him he's going to have to hire me, and I'm going to have to go through some more tests. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the key data. I'm going to look at the data. So as I'm starting the car up, I'm going to look at the car data, and I'm going to see what's on and off, and check those data points there. And then while I'm cranking the car, I'm going to look at fuel flow. I'm going to look at the voltage to the fuel pump. I'm also going to verify the pressure. I'll hook up my fuel gauge to verify that we have the correct pressure. I'm going to look at the crank sensor. I want to make sure that the crank and the camshaft, I'm going to be looking at those voltages attached to the oscilloscope to make sure that we're receiving a proper crank signal. What else will I be looking at? And we'll do that, and then so we'll be checking I'll check the ignition, I'll check the crank signal, I'll check the terminals to make sure they're at the correct state, and then oh yeah, guys, so for this car, it just turns out that after I made the keys for the car, the customer called me back, and the car still wouldn't crank. The customer brought me the car, and what I found out was that the crank shaft position sensor was not sending the signal back to the DME. And what I think has happened to the customer's car was that he has damage in his wiring harness. So in that situation, either I would have had to take the entire wire harness out to look for the fault, or just to buy a new one. The customer opted to pick up the car. I told the customer what to do, so I'll give you an update on this particular car. I think the reason why the car isn't started, it's the wired harness. It had nothing to do with the CAS modules. The CAS modules were fine, and it had nothing to do with the key fob. It was the wired harness all along. So that's why it's very important when you diagnose your Mini Cooper. You got to look at the data. You just can't automatically assume that something is wrong unless the data is actually supporting what you think is wrong. Running, then definitely I'm going up levels. This is a level here, but if I can get that other Mini Cooper running, then I'll be at another level in this game. So